this is a mouse. And this is a piece of concrete that just happens to have some electronics in it. But to understand why I decided to build this thing, we need to go back a few weeks. So there's this YouTuber called Helix, and he's known for making some of the world's craziest mouse mods. But his video that stood out to me the most is this one, where he claims he made the world's heaviest mouse. And I think I could do a bit better. Now, Helix made his mouse out of sheet metal, which is pretty heavy for a mouse. But if you think about it, sheet metal is really just glorified aluminum foil. And you know what's heavier than sheet metal? That's right, solid concrete. So here's the mouse we're gonna be using, and I've got it wrapped in some plastic because we're about to make a mold out of it, and I don't want to destroy it just yet. And speaking about the mold, I've actually split up the process of building the mouse into 3 simple steps. The first step, as you may have guessed, is making a mold of a mouse so that we can pour concrete into it. After that, I'll pour the concrete into the mold, and then I'll get the electronics from an old mouse and shove it into the concrete so that the mouse actually works. And with that being said, let's get back to making this mold. To make the mold, I'm gonna use this stuff I found in my garage called plaster of Paris. And it's kind of like mini concrete, so this is gonna be perfect. To prepare the plaster, I just had to mix it with some water and then stir it around a little bit until it started to look like runny mud. And then I did the riskiest part of this whole video. And keep in mind that there's no going back from this. If I somehow end up destroying the mouse, I'm gonna have to use my trackpad for the rest of my life. But there was a problem. The mouse was floating to the top of the plaster, so I had to find a way to weigh it down. Time was running out, and I only had 6 minutes before the plaster was gonna start to harden. So I frantically looked around for anything heavy that I could put on the mouse, but I couldn't find anything other than some tape and an empty roll of toilet paper. Hey, but I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do, you know? So I made this cursed contraption, which actually did a pretty good job of solving the problem. Now, according to the box, we only had to wait 20 to 30 minutes for the plaster to harden, but I decided to wait a whole day because, dude, I put so much plaster in there. There's no shot it's drying in 20 to 30 minutes. The next day, I checked on the mold and it was pretty much fully hardened. I then spent the next 2 minutes trying to get the mouse out, only to have this happen. Wait. I brought the mold out. What? No! The mold broke in half. I could just glue it back together. Yeah, that could work. Now the only thing we have to do is actually go and get some concrete. Did you know that concrete's actually really cheap? So I began heading to Home Depot. And now there's a 30-kilogram bag of concrete right here. But before we could pour the concrete into the mold, I wanted to clean it up a bit so the final mouse ends up looking somewhat smooth. And now for one of the most important parts of this whole video, pouring in the concrete. But we had one problem. The concrete came with a ton of these little rocks, and I didn't really want those in the mouse. So I used this thing I found called a sifter, and I sifted for like 10 minutes until I had some nice, clean, rock-free concrete. Now all I had to do was mix in some water, stir it around a little bit, and now I can finally pour it into the mold. And when I finished pouring in the concrete, it actually ended up looking a lot better than I thought it would. Then I put in the electronics while the concrete was still wet. This way, I'm not gonna have to hollow out the mouse later on with a drill. Because trust me, hollowing out a solid concrete mouse with a drill is absolute pain. The next day, I took the mouse out of the mold, and it actually looked a lot better than I thought it would. But everyone knows that a mouse isn't a mouse if it doesn't have left and right click buttons. And the first thing that I have to do to add those is actually to remove the electronics. So I grinded away at the concrete around the circuit board for like 5 minutes until this happened. It's coming out! Yes! The plan worked flawlessly. Let's go! And now I just had to drill 2 holes here and over here. Let's go do that. And once that was done, I secured the circuit board to the mouse with some wood and hot glue. Then I put sticks in those 2 holes that we drilled earlier, and now we can easily control the left and right click buttons. And to top it all off, I got these 2 pieces of plastic which I hot glued to the top of the mouse just to make it a little bit easier to push the buttons and to make it look a little bit more like a normal mouse. Now that the mouse is finally done, I decided to test it out with some of my friends. We did some 1v1s, except I didn't tell them about the mouse until the very end. Oh, you're just gonna combo out here. Yes.
What the freaking? Who are you? How are you so good?
Let's go.
You had 1 heart. Are you kidding me?
So, okay, I actually got a new mouse.
Oh my god, no, it's not this mouse. No, stop it, stop it, stop it. I did not get clapped to f***ing concrete. I did not just get clapped to literal concrete. There's no way I just lost to concrete. Okay, I'm rethinking my life decisions.
All right, you ready to lose?
Dude, all right, bro.
Yes. Let's go.
How? You're going backwards, dude. It doesn't make any f***ing sense.
Oh crap. Oh crap.
Easy.
All right. So, yeah, you won. I think I know why I'm doing kind of bad, though. Here, let me turn on my webcam. I just got a new mouse. I'm still kind of getting used to it.
Webcam? What the f am I looking at?
Anything weird?
Yeah, everything. Literally everything and anything about that mouse is weird.
Guess what it's made out of?
What?
Concrete.
Concrete? Bro, why is it blinking? It's about to blow up?
Maybe. It's got RGB, but without the G and B.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yo, what's up?
You guys, he's hacking in Hypixel.
Let's go!
No, long shot! You have no help! Oh my. What is that?
It's a mouse made out of concrete. What did you think it is?
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. What in the world? Dog, I got beat twice by concrete.
Yeah, how does it feel to get beat by concrete?
It's like an embarrassment and a flex at the same time.
And now for what we've all probably been wondering. How much does it weigh? That's right, this thing weighs 425 grams. Now, is it heavier than Helix's mouse? I don't really know because Helix never mentioned the weight of his mouse in his video. So Helix, if you're watching this right now, comment how heavy your mouse is so we can determine who's the true heavy mouse champion. And now to find out if it's actually the world's heaviest mouse. Wait, what? Oh, okay, wait, hold on. That says world's heaviest computer mouse. Mine is the world's heaviest gaming mouse. Okay, so we're good. And as always, bye.